SPEEDVISION is back and Ford adds another team. Let's get into it. Coming up next. What is going on, everybody? Hope you're doing good today. And that's right, you heard that right. SPEEDVISION is back. Let's get into this article from John Oren at The Athletic. SPEEDVISION is making a comeback. The cable TV channel for car enthusiasts that first launched in 1995 and eventually turned into Speed Channel and then became FS1, launched last fall as a free ad-supported streaming channel and now has inked its biggest distribution deal to date. The sports-focused streaming service Fubo will add SPEEDVISION within the next few weeks, marking a significant step for the fledgling channel that can be found on 10 fast services, industry jargon for free ad-supported services like Pluto TV, Crackle, or Tubi. Bob Scanlon, who co-founded the original SPEEDVISION in 1995, is heading up a launch team for the current-day version that also includes wrestler Bill Goldberg, who hosts shows motorsports veteran Rick Hendrick and Discovery's former ad sales boss Joe Abruzzese. We're zigging when everybody else is zagging, Scanlon said. Everyone's writing the obituary for cable, which is grossly premature. It's a business that's down, but it's not out. It's still the fastest route to monetization and the biggest marketing megaphone you can have. Programming will mirror the original SPEEDVISION and the Discovery-owned Velocity, which Scanlon also oversaw, focused on cars. It will have shows focused on instructional and how-to hints, valuations, restoration, and customizations. Scanlon also plans to pursue rights to live events that are flying under the radar. Think collector car auctions and amateur races, or 24 straight hours of coverage from the 24 Hours of Le Mans and dirt track racing. We did that at the original SPEEDVISION, Scanlon said. We put a flag in the ground and said we are going to cover the entire 24 hours of Daytona from an hour before the green flag to an hour after the checkered flag. So there you go. I think that is great news because half of the reason that I got into other motorsports other than NASCAR was because of SPEEDVISION. Basically, in the NASCAR off-season, they would show all these other motorsports that had happened. That's how I got into Le Mans racing. That's how I got into the Daytona, the 24 Hours of Daytona, because back in the day, they did show all 24 hours of it. They used to have the Speed World Challenge, the SPEEDVISION Challenge. That's how I got into Australian V8 supercars. So the fact that they're trying to get some of that original programming, sort of get that original flow of programming that SPEEDVISION had back in the day, and of course they're going to have the other tech shows and stuff like that they had back in the day. I think that's great news because I think that is a big part of why motorsports grew as big as it grew back in the day and why motorsports has sort of died out, because motorsports no longer has that channel that had all that content, and motorsports being a super expensive thing to do, I think it's great for a channel like this to do it, because I know there are a lot of YouTube channels out there that do it, but to do it on the level that the SPEEDVISION or the Speed Channel did it back in the day, you need corporate funding. Let's just be totally honest about it. So hopefully they get it going, because car culture needs to grow, and I think SPEEDVISION is a great way to do it. So we'll keep an eye out on that and hope it gets just as big as it did back in the day. It seems like just a few weeks ago we were talking about Ford not ever being in the Truck Series again, or not having a Truck Series team. Well, now not only do they have Thor Sport, but they have added Remy Brothers Racing to the mix as well, which gives them 2 more trucks. And let's get into that article from John Newby at The Heavy. While Remy Brothers Racing has fielded Chevrolet and Toyota in the Craftsman Truck Series, the team made its foray into the NASCAR Cup Series with Ford Performance. Remy Brothers Racing built the stock car for Team Hesselberg. The creation of Tony Hesmans and the Dutch entrepreneur Ernest Berg made this team debut in 2022. That's a typo. As former F1 driver Jacques Villeneuve attempted to qualify for the season-opening Daytona 500. So we see there that this is how that came about. The Ford Performance ranks have expanded ahead of the 2023 NASCAR season. The manufacturer has joined forces with Remy Brothers Racing in the Craftsman Truck Series. Remy Brothers Racing announced the news on January 24th. The team said that the 2023 season will be the first of many seasons together with Ford Performance. This is a significant change for the team that has used a variety of Chevrolet and Toyota entries since first joining the Truck Series in 2018. So there you go. It is going to be for multiple seasons. That gives Ford 6 quality trucks in the Truck Series. That should be plenty enough trucks to compete for not only a manufacturer's title, but also give them a shot at winning the overall title with a driver. So we will see what comes of that going forward. But, you know, just a few weeks ago, like I said, we were talking about Ford not having any trucks in the Craftsman Truck Series. Now they have 6 legitimate contenders for the title. Toby Christie is reporting that Ty Dillon will drive the 3 car in the Xfinity Series for RCR. Let's take a look at his tweet here. Richard Childress said he's excited for Ty Dillon to be back in the number 3 for RCR Racing in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, and he believes Justin Alexander will most likely be the crew chief for the part-time number 3 entry. So not only is Ty Dillon going back down, but if he gets Justin Alexander as the crew chief, that is a tried and true, proven crew chief. We know he can get results, so that'll be a good fit for Ty Dillon. Ty Dillon will have a good situation over there. He's not had the greatest, I guess, situation in Cup, so hopefully he can do something in the lower ranks, and another Dillon will be driving a 3, so get ready for those tears from the 3 haters who love Dale Earnhardt so much that they don't ever want to see the 3 on the track again. I don't get the argument. Just going to put it out there. Adam Stern reporting Cabo Wabo's tequila. NASCAR's activation plans include sampling, responsible drinking messaging, water bottle giveouts, sweepstakes, concerts, concessions, and digital content. They declined to comment on whether they would sponsor Daniel Suarez. So there you go. NASCAR has its first ever official tequila sponsor, and it is Cabo Wabo, of course, owned by Sammy Hagar of the band Van Hagar, not to be confused with Van Halen, who, of course, was led by lead singer David Lee Roth. That's a My Name is Earl joke, by the way. I like both versions of the band. And finally, ending this one with a shout out to RFK and Brad Keselowski for running this paint scheme at the Phoenix Test, which is a tribute to Ken Block and this particular car that Ken Block ran, or this livery from Troy Lee Designs that Ken Block ran in several things on these cars here as you see them. And this, of course, is the NASCAR version run by Brad Keselowski. So super cool deal of them. And actually, after I saw this, I changed the banner on this page to sort of represent a tribute to Ken Block as well. It represents at least the hood of this car right here and the original paint on the unicorn. All right, that is all I got for you on this one. If you made it this far, feel free to subscribe. All your subscriptions help out the channel a lot, and I really appreciate them. If you're already subscribed, you know I appreciate you guys as well. If you got a question or comment, leave it down in the comment section. I'll try to get to as many of them as I can. And other than that, thanks for your time. Peace.